After the ball is over, after this game is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 301. It is Monday morning, March 26, 2018, as we are recording. It is early.
This is not a fish, it's a snake.
You're a fish. Anyway, we are early because of things, and so
she's mad at me.
She messed up my entire schedule. Anyway, and I don't get mad, I get angry.
That's right, dogs get mad.
Dogs get mad, and they foam at the mouth. I do not.
You and Daddy say that all the time when we were growing up.
Especially Daddy.
Yes, especially Dad.
Yeah. Okay, anyway. My name is Marlecia, also known as Lady Furnico.
And I'm Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy. And she is totally foaming at the mouth and mad at me.
Oh, God.
You see the foam like
But she is
down.
going first today.
Because she's mad at me.
Mm-hmm. If she doesn't, I'll dump my hot tea on her head.
That's a little bit of anger management issues right there. That's a bit of an overreaction to the circumstances. Now that's a fish.
I'm stretching out my tongue.
Look, snake.
Stretching out my tongue for people who were not with us for a few years is something. I was sitting with Davina at the table and she was mad at me, angry at me, and she said, I said, don't take your time. I wasn't. I was stretching my tongue muscles. So, anyway, we welcome all new and returning viewers to the Fun and the Woman Cave. If you are new, we are glad that you found us and hope you'll find something that you enjoy and that will keep you coming back.
Even if you're foaming at the mouth.
If you are returning...
Ooh, this episode's called Foaming at the Mouth.
If you are returning, we're glad to have you back. And if you're in the shadows, either new or returning, please do feel free to press the subscribe button on your left on the YouTube channel and to ring the little bell so that we can send you updates, or they send you updates.
Ding, ding, ding,
and try to join the Ravelry group if you'd like, because that's where all the prizes and things take place. Okay, all the alongs.
It's cling goes the bell, right?
Ding, ding, ding goes, I don't know, ring, ring, ring goes the trolley. I have to look it up.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, so we want to welcome a new viewer who did join us officially.
Yay.
And that is Ash Fordell. Ash Fordell, there's no name given with that. I looked, but we're glad to have you with us.
She's Ash Fordell with no name.
He or she.
He or she.
Yes, do not be gender biased. Anyway, so here we go. We're glad to have you, everybody with us. All right. Is there anything you want to say before we go on further? What's in your mug? Oh, yes, what's in your mug? You go first this time. I'm not going first.
Because she's going to stomp her
feet. In fact,
like...
Beth said that I've gone twice in a row, and it's your turn to go first.
Well, Beth says.
She did.
And technically... Technically... I'm only going first because you threw a temper tantrum.
Oh, is that how I do it? That I have to remember that. Do it.
No, it's only this time because you made me feel bad.
Good. I'll just make you feel bad all the time. Just do it.
You're mean. I don't want to play with you anymore.
Is that what we're doing? Show your new cup and your mug.
Oops.
It's money.
I don't want to play with you anymore.
Aw.
You're mean.
I am not, in fact.
So I don't know who does this.
That's a place downtown. It's
the VNL?
The Vine and something, I think.
Well, I'm sure it's something.
Doesn't say on the back.
No. I'm hoping the caffeine in this will help me. So this is gunpowder tea. I haven't tried this yet. I've tried gunpowder.
Where did you get it?
You gave it to me.
But you didn't tell them.
It's evidence.
It is not, in fact, evident. It could have been very easily something you ordered online.
Not if I'm in town.
It could have been gotten by yourself.
But I didn't know where it was from.
Neither did I, and I picked it up.
You're more oblivious than I
No,
would be.
I don't think so. She doesn't appreciate.
Appreciate?
No appreciation.
This mug is free. I went to the neuroscience symposium, where basically for 8 hours straight I listened to people talk about sciencey things, for nursing education hours and for pay. And there we go.
Did you get overtime then?
It might have actually crossed over to making me... It would have been overtime if I hadn't been put on call. I'm not sure if it still counts as overtime.
You still get an extra pay though because it's extra hours.
Yeah.
But it has a lid, right?
It has a lid.
Is that Valley Health colors, blue and black?
I think our colors are basically blue and black.
Nightwing colors.
Yeah, exactly. There we go. And let me try the tea. I feel like I've bonked my knee or something.
Yeah. Be careful not to spill.
It's good.
Didn't you picked that up once before, and then I picked up some for you today, and I did it at Williamsburg.
Actually, I think the Williamsburg one is the first one I tried.
Is it?
And that's the absolute best one.
You can smell the smokiness on this.
Yes, I like the smoky tea.
It's actually really good.
And the nice thing about the gunpowder tea is it gets better with each steeping.
Well, you can really taste the smokiness. And I have my typical chai tea, and I'll show you in acquisitions what I picked up for myself when we went there. My friend Helen, she's Lacey One on Ravelry.
We've known her for years.
Yeah, she's probably my oldest friend who is not my husband. So she...
Did you call her old?
Yes, we're both old. So we went to she wanted to go to the tea shop when she came to visit, so we went, and I picked up that, and I picked up Thai stayed with Davina, so I got a little bit of something for that. Not because I had to pay her, but because thank you.
Well, Davina did a pretty good job. She did what she needed to do, and I napped on the couch.
Yeah, I got Davina a big cookie.
She really was good.
Yeah, she tried hard. Okay. We still have the coupon code for Ladyfoot Fernicle Creations yarn for 15% off anything in the shop. Your order there, and it runs from February 27th to June 30th, 2018. So it'll be for the autism awareness. Okay, I have closed the pre-orders for the autism awareness colorways. I have a couple more to dye up, and I will start posting probably after Easter. I wanted to do it before Easter, but I had a few orders that came in later, so I'm not quite done. Just keep looking. A couple of them may pop up before Easter, but I think most of them will come up after Easter Monday, okay?
And you're having their names.
And your name will be on it. Some of them may, I'm going to try to put them, the autism awareness orders together in terms of, say you ordered one of each. I'll try to put them together, but if I can't figure it out, you'll have two separate orders. Just pick them both up as you would if you were going through and you said, oh, I want X colorway and Y colorway, and then just apply the discount. It'll still work.
What if I wanted Z?
Can't have Z.
You can't?
No. Z is being saved for someone else. No. Okay, so anyway.
She tells me no.
It will be set up pretty soon. For those of you who have bought, there are a couple of you who are buying the autism awareness colorways and something that was in my shop. The colorways will be separate from the other item, but your name is on all of them. So just pick up whatever has your name on it and put it in the thing, and then apply the discount. Okay, it'll still work. And I want to thank everybody who supported us in this. I'm looking for the autism. I haven't decided which autism society I'm going to be donating part of the proceeds to. I will probably be dyeing up more yarn throughout the autism awareness along, but it will be kind of whenever I feel like doing it. If you want a skein of yarn and it's not up, or it's not up in the base, just PM me or something, and we'll see what we can do about it. Okay? Because for this, I want to make sure that we get the autism awareness stuff out. Okay, now going on to upcoming Autism Awareness Cal does start April 1st. That's Easter Sunday. So be considering your bright colors. It's kind of cool that it's starting on Easter, because Easter with all the bright Easter eggs and flowers and all that kind of stuff. And our co-host is Laura Concert, who is crocheting Hoovian, and Cappy from the Yarn and I think it's the Yarn and I Cappy. I always get mixed up. The Yarn and I Cappy podcast. So that's Cappy.
We might want to make sure that we write it down.
Yeah, well, we had her doing a co-host for us last year with this, and I still get her mixed up. And it's right, it's correct in the thread that I opened up for Autism Awareness, because that was from last year, and I just cut and paste and changed things.
Right.
So it should be correct. I think it's the Yarn and I Cappy podcast group, and so she's co-hosting this year. And then we have, I'm not sure how to classify this, but the Loom Along group. That's Mom Cook and Round and Round I Go are two of the administrators there, and it's not strictly speaking, like, they're not strictly speaking having along. I have to go back and look at the letter because I just got it this morning, but they are supporting us. They're going to be linking to us. They're going to be encouraging their members to do things with us. Mom Cook, who's Renee, is donating the proceeds during, I believe she said, April and May, for her Jack Be Nimble loom pattern to Autism Awareness. She thinks it'll be really well adapted to the bright colors. And I'm sorry I don't have a color copy. It's a really nice pattern. It's a loom knit baby blanket. So if you want to help her, she's going to be donating to, it's called the Jack Be Nimble pattern, and she's going, baby blanket pattern, and she's going to be donating to, let me see here, where is it? To the Autism Research Institute in San Diego. So if you buy this pattern, she will donate the proceeds, April and May, to the Autism Research Institute in San Diego. So that's just something for you to consider if you loom knit, or even if you don't. If you know someone who does and you want to donate the pattern to them or whatever, just a little bug in your ear. Okay, I already picked it up. I have to figure out how to, I have to ask Renee if it can be done on a round loom or if it has to be done on the long loom. I have a long loom somewhere, but okay. So that's that.
I just taking a look over the rules myself.
For what?
Autism Awareness.
Oh, okay. We have a lot of prizes that I already mentioned, and we have featured projects and prizes. I'm sorry, I can't talk. Featured projects. The Jack Be Nimble baby blanket, if you do that, will be worth 2 chances at a prize for the finished object, and that's my Mom Cook, who's Renee. My featured yarn, if you have a finished object in that, bright color yarns, either my Autism Awareness ones or anything else that I have bright colored, featured patterns will be, I'm sorry, featured projects will be double prizes. I cannot talk. I should just be quiet. Okay.
No, because then I have to talk, and no one wants to hear that.
If you do Talia's patterns in bright yarn, they also will be worth 2 chances at a prize, as will Laura Concert's patterns. And if you do my yarn in those patterns, there are 3 chances for a prize. So if you did, you loomers out there, especially Beth and a couple others who are loomers who bought my yarn, if you finish the project in my yarn, you can get 3 chances at a prize. Okay? All right.
I just want to bring to attention, I was actually just reading the article they have about the new autism Muppet with autism.
Mm-hmm.
Julia, and she's actually a real cutie pie. Let me go and bring up a picture of her.
That was from last year.
Well, I didn't see it last year, or I don't remember. Probably more likely I don't remember. She's absolutely adorable. She's supposed to be 4. Look at her. Isn't she cute?
Oh, she's adorable.
I like her colors.
Yes, you would. I wonder if there's a pattern for her.
I'm sure there is. And I would say if there would have to be some points if you did Julia.
Oh yeah, well that would be, you know, if they find that there's actually a pattern for Julia,
yeah,
then we would give that, you know, double points.
So if you guys see a Julia the Muppet pattern, let us know.
Yep, let us know. But only Julia.
Only Julia, not any of the others. Has to be Julia.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Because she's very subject appropriate.
We have prizes from Looney Hiker. and from Cappy, and I think we have some others that I haven't had a chance to write down because I didn't expect to be doing this 4 or 5 hours early, so I wasn't prepared. Okay, so moving on, in other groups, still going on, it's a Harry Potter Cal. That's Maureen from Victorian Studios, and this is anything Harry Potter related, okay, and you know, the rules are in her group, okay. The Shorty Socks Cal's Undead Yarn, Heidi, and that is year-long. Check out her group for the rules. Then the Year of Socks Cal's Crocheting Hoovian, and that's in her group, and obviously that's a year-long as well. So that's good. And she's also doing the family movie night. I keep forgetting to say that. That's tied into our Cal for the Tea and Tails.
I'm sure, I would think Julia would count for that if you found...
I would think so. There's Sesame Street movies.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It's a show.
It's a show. That's that sounds like a movie night, right?
Ask Laura.
Ask Laura.
Yeah. So, and then we have the Never Gonna Knit You Up Cal, which is in Bakery Bears, and that is for your skein of yarn that, you know, or skeins of yarn.
They promised us a second verse
that you didn't know what to do with, and you found something to do with it. Okay. And then we have things that are, you know, the 18 hats for 2018 with Brittany, who is in Comforting Crafts. Comforting Crafts. Comforting Crafts. Brittany, who is doing...
Got the horse right here. His name is Paul Revere.
Okay, anyway. She is doing 18 hats in 2018, and Vonnie is doing 18 toys in 2018 in her Bee's Knees group. Okay, and those are not podcasts, but the groups have the rules in each group.
But if you're looking for a craft game, apparently you go to Brittany.
Hide those dice, Brittany. Anyway, so you have to be a member of the groups to which you are posting your objects. Okay, if you want to be eligible for the prize, you need to be a member of the group, which is pretty self-explanatory. And all those groups are well worth being involved with, especially the podcasts. They're all very good. Okay, let's see if I can get this straight now.
I don't know. I think I absolutely love that mistake.
Yeah, you keep doing that, and you're going to do this by yourself. Okay.
I think it was hilarious. I think it was great. You're awesome. My favorites.
Okay. PHN Current. Okay, that is our PHN Tea and Tails year-long Cal. Started in January. It's going strong. I'm enjoying seeing everything. Like the Ready, Set, Go, I get caught up for a little bit, and then I get behind. And so I'm loving everything I see. I'm loving all the support and chatter. It's great. This is anything that's tea and or tails related.
This is probably one of my favorite.
I do like this. If Talia, with her gunpowder tea, did something and called it a gunpowder shawl and tagged it with that tea, it would count.
Yeah.
It's tea. Okay, it's tea and or tails. And as we said, it can be a graphic novel, it can be a short story, it can be a magazine story, it can be a novelization, but it has to be some kind of a book. It can be a play that's like Julius Caesar or something. Well, Julius Caesar is a bad choice. Julius Caesar is a historical. Romeo and Juliet or something like that, okay? Not Cats.
No, Cats is...
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
Okay.
But it might work for family movie night.
Oh yeah, it might. It might.
Because it is a movie.
It is a movie. So that would, but that's her rules. And Laura's is very closely tied to us, but not strictly speaking united.
Yeah, it's her own.
It's her own Cal. But if you can make it fit, a lot of these things will fit both.
Right.
So you'll have double chances or triple chances or whatever. Okay. And let me think. What am I going to say here?
Thinking is vastly overrated.
It is. We have the rules are basically the same. Okay. They have to be projects have to be knit, loom knit, or crocheted.
Because it's a Cal.
Cal.
That's right, Cal. That sounds much better.
Cal. They must be knit, loom knit, or crocheted. Whips will be allowed. We don't care when they were started. Chatter and pictures will all be in the same thread. And as I said, they must be tied somehow to tea and or tails.
And what other group do you know that does a Cal?
Yeah, just us right now.
We're unique.
We are. At least for the moment.
Yes.
Any Franciscan Gypsies Designs FOs that can be related to tea and or tails, or any FOs in my yarn that can be related to tea and tails, either by the yarn name, by the pattern you used, or whatever. And Crocheting Hoovian's Hufflepuff pattern, and Joanna Johnson's Tea and Tails related patterns, and Mom Cook's Tea and Tails related patterns are all eligible for double chances at a prize for the FO. And if you marry my yarn to any of those projects and finished it, it's 3 chances for that prize. Okay, for that project. Okay. This one, because it's a year-long Cal we are doing it a little differently. We are giving prizes quarterly. So at the end of this month, we're going to pull for 2 prizes. We're going to pull for the Lengthening Shadows, Lady Vertical Creations Lengthening Shadows Fingering Sock in the Stardust Base that was donated by Jeannie, and the Franciscan Gypsy Designs pattern also donated by Jeannie for the first quarter. So 2 people will be pulled for that, okay? The other prizes will be pulled as the quarters go, and then we have the big prize for the year long, at which time we will pull from all. The quarters, wherever we stop, I'll have to write down or notate somewhere the number where I stopped, and that is what we'll start up for the second quarter. But at the end of the year, we'll start back from January, okay? And we thank all of our donators.
Maybe write in the show notes.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And then just keep copying each show notes.
Right. Okay.
Every once in a while I have an idea that's decent.
Every once in a while, don't let it go to your head.
It's already gone there.
Oh, no room up there. PHN Ready Set Go Cal Lao. That is our Ready Set Go has started in January, and it's ending in about a week. Okay, so you need to finish up your Ready Set Go. This was another one that was kind of unique to us. We allowed frogging for the month of January only, and nothing could be started before January 1st. This is a Ready Set Go, and you had to start at January 1st, 2018 or later, and then you could post 1 WIP per project per week, the FL when it's finished, as normal, okay? Yeah. We have a wonderful co-host who's packing knits. That's Heidi, and she did send us something to be donated. Let's see here. Is this Heidi? No, this is Maureen.
Actually, I'm pretty sure it's a package.
Heidi. This is Heidi. Look at this cute little card she sent.
That is cute.
Okay, she said that this is for the Ready Set Go, and don't worry, Heidi, it's in plenty of time. It's a DPN cozy. Isn't that cute?
That's really cute.
I think she made this.
I'm sure she did.
Yeah, she did. Packing This Designs DPN. Isn't that adorable?
Hold on.
It looks like it looks like, I love her little label. It looks like it'll probably maybe accommodate 8-inch needles.
It might, yeah.
Maybe 6.
I cold.
But it's adorable. And then she's also going to be sending you these stitch markers to go with it, and the teeth. Whoops. So and I love her stitch markers because they don't snag. So thank you very much, Packing This.
Thank you so much.
This is a prize for the Ready Set Go. Perfect timing for it. I'm going to put this here. So that was an addition to that. I can keep that for now. All right. And you should check out her podcast because she's hysterical. She makes me laugh. Okay.
Not just funny, hysterical.
She's hysterical. She does. She makes me laugh. She makes me happy. Okay. And our normal rules pretty much apply. They are in the group. We also have a set of stitch markers from Cappy, who is the yarn and her mom made them. I don't have them out here. I showed them at the beginning of the month, and we'll see them again next week when we pull for prizes. We have a skein of Lady Vertical Creations DK yarn in the Stormy Weather colorway that was also donated by Jeannie. And a skein of Lady Vertical Creations Fingering Sock yarn in the Good and Plenty Oops colorway donated by Cookie 45, who is Stephanie. And then we have Franciscan Gypsies Designs pattern that was donated by Jeannie as well.
Thank you.
And a Franciscan Gypsies Design mug donated by Stephanie. Thank you.
Thank you.
And a skein of yarn from Christina, who is Mama C, as well as a drawstring project bag from Mama C, so thank you. And a knit beanie kit from Lily Mayo, who is Teresa. So thank you for your generous donations.
Yes,
you guys,
we cannot do this on our own.
No, and I'm so psyched out for you guys to have all this kind of chance to win these neat prizes. All right, so that's all I have to say about that. So I'll give my tongue a rest because I'm tongue-tied.
So half an hour in we're finally at where you presumably come to here to see.
The knitting. You don't care to come to hear me go blah, blah, blah.
Maybe they do.
I have it. Well, I figured they're the sleepy tie exercise and the tongue-tied knee
Can you
exercise.
say that?
I cannot talk. I can't English, Laura.
No Englishing.
No Englishy. Okay. All right.
So let's see how many projects.
I think I have 7.
You think?
I think. That's a bad thing, I know.
Come here, notes. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I have 7.
I have 7.
Okay, you can go first. I went first last time. I think. Didn't I go first last time?
If you do, it's because you have more projects.
Yeah.
I never get to go last.
Oh, I'll go first, no problem. Alright, let me just see where I was here.
Okay.
Because
she always has more projects, she always ends up finishing last. So it seems like a fair trade-off. Actually, that might be how we can determine the tea.
Yeah, whoever
has more projects goes last for the tea.
I don't care if we do that as long as we have some kind of equitable way and I'm not always having to go first.
That sounds fair. Whoever has the more projects, if it's equal, then it'll be
heads or tails.
If it's equal,
I want to make a coin that has a bunny and a turtle, or a bunny and an owl.
I would love that.
A bunny and an owl.
That would be cute too.
And then we could go. I wonder how we can do that.
I don't know.
That would
be
be
really fun.
We'll have to get one with a bunny and an owl for normal times, and a bunny and a turtle for the tortoise and the hare.
I have no idea how you go about doing that.
I don't either. Laura Smoot, I bet you have an idea. Tell us how we should do that.
Because it needs to be heavy enough that actually like spin when you.
Yeah, so it won't just go. Okay, I'm sure she'll have an idea. Laura Smoot. Okay. Or Victorian
Studio. Or at least have an idea of where you could go to get that kind of thing made.
Right. Maureen and Laura Smoot, who are the really... I mean, we have everybody who's really crafty-oriented, but they're the ones I always think of when I think of... They go everywhere and do everything, and, you know... okay. Although, I know that... I think... well, I can't say anything because I don't know if she meant it to be a secret, so I can't say anything. But that person is also very creative.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right, my first... I know, Beth. I'm sorry. I'm a bad girl. Okay. In my Mama C Words bag is my Aurora the Owl from the Yorkie Owl pattern by Talia Fernandez, and I'm really close to finishing this. I did some work on the wings, and I'm really close to... I have to do the decreases, I think, on the wings, and then I'm done with that. So here's the bottom and the beak.
But it's not a bunny bottom.
No, it's not a bunny bottom. I don't do bunny bottoms right now. And this is the head again.
Owl head.
Owl head.
Do we have an owl, like, that go... It seems to be about the time I wake up, I'll hear this... Ooh.
Sometimes we do have an owl.
Ooh.
I don't know where... I haven't heard it in a long time.
And I hear it usually about the time I get up, like when I'm getting ready for my shower around 5 p.m. I'll hear like this owl. Like I could swear it's an owl. I don't imagine what else might make that noise. But it seems like a really odd time.
I've heard of them before, maybe because it's starting to get dark. It's starting to come out.
But it's not even like dark. It's like light out, and I'm hearing this owl.
Here's the tail. Okay. And then here's the 2 wings. And I'm doing these concurrently, like you do socks. So
I don't do socks that way.
I don't either. I don't do socks at all. So that's that. So I'm making a lot of progress. I have 5 rounds to do before I finish that off, and then I can start putting it together. 5 rounds on each wing. The only thing that might keep me from doing this, and this is the same reason why I'm not putting up all the pre-orders. I've got a lot going on Easter week, and that starts today. Actually, it started yesterday. So I'm going to be really busy with preparations for that, and that's going to kind of push everything back. So I do apologize to anyone who has pre-ordered. They're almost all finished, and we'll be up, after Easter most likely. But keep an eye open, like I said. And
People weather
I might be light on projects next podcast because of prep work. Okay, your turn. Oh wait, I forgot to put my my owl pieces are just sitting here.
Yeah, that might be.
And this yarn is really super deep stash. I should actually put this in Never Gonna Knit You Up.
Yeah.
I don't know when she said we had to start it though.
I don't recall.
Because I had this in stash for like 3 years.
I
didn't know what to do with it.
I don't know if they have necessary rules for when you can start it.
I have to check and see.
And I don't know how long that particular long is.
I don't either. I think it might be a year long, like the Climb Every Mountain, which is for patrons.
Right.
Okay, your turn.
Okay. That was actually part of this conversation was distractor so I could finish my row. Do you see how cleverly I did that?
No.
It's oh so clever. Haha, last stitch.
I have to make zuppa toscana when we're done here, so this might be a kind of a semi-rush podcast, which means that my tongue is going to be tied into knots. Go on.
Literally into knots?
Yes.
It makes me think like a Bugs Bunny cartoon. Okay, so this is Nemu, and the pattern is On the Forest Floor by Simone Caritz, and I'm using Miss Babs Yowza What a Skein in the colorways Faded, Sherpa, Marine. And I bought this at Maryland Sheep Wool 2017, and I'm leaving the twigs out of the pattern.
You haven't done this in a while.
No, I haven't. I probably only did like a row or two. I think it was probably 3 rows.
I need to get mine back out because you helped me fix it, and I don't know what's just sitting there.
My rows are getting longer, so I really can only work it a little bit on it at a time. Because by the time I'm done with a couple rows, I'm like, okay, I'm over this.
My hand starts hurting after a while, so when it starts getting longer, I try to do a row.
I've been wanting to work a lot of things that are more of an instant gratification.
Well, that's why I picked up Heidi Packing Knits had put something in her free patterns that was a shawl. It's a startup series, so I picked up all 3 startups, including the shawl, and I'm going to do those because they're instant gratification. That's very pretty.
Not my normal colors. It probably would look better on a blonde.
Yeah, like
But-
Dana or somebody.
She's not having it.
Nope. I steal from her closet every once in a while, though.
She can't have it. I want it. Darn it.
I usually borrow things from Talia when I don't have something to match my colors. And you are quite capable of borrowing my stuff, too.
I don't usually borrow yours.
You usually,
but-
well, you don't have as many colors sometimes as I do.
Right.
In my closet. Because when my hair
And
was,
also, my knitting's a little bit faster, just because my hands, I have more time to knit,
Yeah.
and I don't have quite the same problems Mom does with her hands.
Right.
So I have more variety to choose from.
and I don't know if you guys remember, but I had my hair a lot more red for a while, so my color scheme in my closet was different for a while. And, I'm transitioning, so I have all these colors that I don't have everything to match. Okay, my next one is in my Kikiboo Holiday Owls bag, and I did some work on this. This is the Caramel Cream Baby Hat, and
This might just be about the perfect podcast mug, because it has a top.
right. So you see I made some progress on this. I'm not quite ready to bind it off, but it's getting there.
It looks like it would make a cute owl.
It would. I may have to make that loom owl that I do, like this one here. This one. It would look cute, don't you think?
Yes. Very owly.
Very owly, but I'd have to have a solid for the top.
Yeah.
Or I guess I could make it one color.
You could.
But,
It would still be owly.
so, I think I have maybe, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 more rows, maybe. It depends on how many inches I have for each row. I'm going to have to ask Mom Cook how I do that.
If you did just do one
Or
color
Beth.
on top, you did light one.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I still haven't figured out what this yarn is because I have not had the chance to look. Let me see how many itches I have on this.
How many itches?
Itches. Let's see here.
Depends on how scratchy it is.
No, this is soft yarn.
So not many itches on that.
Yeah, I have about 2 more inches to go, I guess. They usually say about 7 inches. I always think that this would make a really good sleeve. For a sweater or something. Just keep going. You know?
You kind of need something to attach it to.
Well, yeah, that kind of goes without saying. If you make it ribbed, like 2 by 2 rib, it would be good arm warmers.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right? Beth, Renee, is that right? I'm a new loom knitter. Help me out. Okay. I like Beth's response about not feeling called out on the carpet, but feeling encouraged. And I said, yay, she understood. She got it. She's a sweetheart.
Indeed. And the next project is in my Kiki Boo Bags teacups bag. This one hasn't been seen for a while. These are the recess socks.
Are those my socks?
Yep.
Yay.
This is the Miss L's Basic 6-Ply Sock Pattern by Miss L. And I'm using Marigold Jen Superwash DK in the colorway Sideway Chalk. The first sock has been done for the past eon.
What's an eon?
Greater than
1,000 years?
a millennium?
Anybody know what an eon is? I guess we should look it up.
Or we could just ask other people and have them look it up for us.
Who's our researchers? Valeria, Bonnie. And we claim to be researchers.
It's a whole lot easier to be like, guys, what does this mean?
But you know what? I like
Yeah.
I like it because they don't just post what an eon is. They post a video about an eon with
Yes.
little people. So it makes me laugh.
Ralphie, I can't get up.
Ralphie. Yes, we're doing Christmas references
So,
in the middle of March. At the end of March.
Christmas
That's
in
pretty.
March.
Christmas in March.
So, sock number 1.
Boot to the head. Boot to the head. Who does that?
That's a skit.
Yeah, but is it... That's not Monty Python, is it?
No,
No. Why is there such a long tail?
because I misjudged with my cast. Actually, no, that's not my cast on. That's my bind off.
Oh, did you see that? It looks like Kay's thing is available.
There's a lot?
It had a cost on it. Someone
Oh, no,
figured
it
out-
has a cost, but it's not available to buy yet.
It's not? Oh.
I've been stalking it.
Because I have it on my list.
I know, me too. Why did you excite me like that? That wasn't nice.
But I thought it was available. Aw. Poor little baby.
I have sharp needles.
I have a sharp pen. And it
What?
goes boom, boom,
My needle's sharper.
boom, boom.
So, besides, if you poke the sock knitter, there'll be no socks. What are you doing to my tail?
There. This is a tongue. Go on.
The other part of her sock. Okay, no. Give me. Stop it.
Now you know how I feel when you're doing this with little pieces of paper at the table.
That's why I knit.
Well, that's why I twirl yarn into balls.
You have knitting.
I can't knit on the podcast. I don't want to hurt my hands. I won't be able to. I won't be able to.
You won't be able to
I
podcast.
won't be able to do anything when I work tonight. Actually, we probably won't have family time tonight. We'll see.
So, sock. There.
How far did you get on it?
A bit. I'm really not. I know I worked a few rows.
Does that just have a leg, or does that actually have a cuff?
It has this little part's the cuff. I'm now on the leg.
Okay.
And it's just till measurement.
So what's the difference? It looks the same.
Slightly different ribbing. Slighter, this is like a 1x1 ribbing.
Uh-huh.
And this is like I think it's a 3x1. I can't remember.
So do all socks have cuffs?
They don't need to.
Okay. All right. My next one is
I think most of them do.
in my other Kiki Boo. This is my puzzle pieces bag that Denise gave me. Very nice of her. Is my Because He Asked Me project, and I keep measuring it. And I keep working 4 to 6 rows at least, and it's still 6 inches
To go.
to go till I can decrease and get this thing done.
It's a black hole knitting.
It is, but it's get and. Who was it? I think it was Vonnie who said that this could be emerald as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, good, I'll work for it my anniversary. So here it is. It's the Shire colorway. It definitely is green for emerald. Look at this. I mean, it's almost like as wide as a blanket.
How tall is this man that you have married?
So, and I must be getting close because this ball is getting really small. And I know I have to, like, break into the other one for just a little bit. And I'm using my Chow Goo red lace. Somebody mentioned, I think it was Kay, who mentioned Chow Goo something else for socks, and she really liked them. And I don't know what they were called. I wish I could remember. Kay, what was that you mentioned? Chow Goo something or other.
Was it on Pop or was it on?
No, it was on. You know, it might have been on the Pop. Anyway, Kay, if you hear this, I don't know if you have time to watch us because I know they watch us sometimes, but if you hear this, what were the needles you were using for your socks that you liked so much? Chow Goo something or other.
Okay, I guess it'd be my turn.
I guess so.
Okay, so, in my, Cloverbird Kissing Bunnies bag, one of my few bunny bags, which is really weird. You'd think I'd have more. Yeah, because I think I have one Tortoise versus Hare bag, one Team Hare bag, the Kissing Bunnies, and Velveteen Rabbits. I think that's all my bunnies. I think you might have more owls than me.
I might. I have 1, 2,
1,
2,
2.
3. I think I only have 3 actually.
Really?
1, 2, 3. I think. I must have more than that. I just can't
Are
see
you
them.
counting the
I see
Tootsie Pop?
Yeah, 1, 2. Oh, I have one over there. 3, 4, 5. I think. 5. I think. I might have more than that, but right now I see 5 of them.
I could have sworn you had more. Huh.
Huh.
Okay. So, that was sufficient time to waste for me to get my needle done. I'm so good at this.
Don't think we don't know what you're doing.
But it's a talent. It's a gift and a curse.
It's something.
So, I did complete. Well, I started my new. I might need to get a slightly less heavy progress keeper for this because this bunny's a little bit heavy, and he keeps pulling my stitches.
And that is from Victorian Studios.
And it's a really good quality progress keeper. It's just might not be the best thing for this particular project.
That project, yeah.
So, I mean, I guess if I put 2 stitches on it at once, that would...
You know, she doesn't mind if you move it. You know, she wants you to use it where it works.
Yeah. There we go. 2 stitches works too. But
she makes wonderful stuff.
She does. So this is Mom's. Mom, is this? This is not Lady Diva.
No, that's not for the faint of heart.
Not for the faint of heart. The Long Sport. Now, the Long Sport's not my favorite. I do love this colorway. I just don't like the. It's very light.
It's almost a heavy fingering, a heavy sock.
And I prefer a little bit of a heavier sport. But so it's a little bit lighter than my other squares, which is why I had gone up a couple needle sizes when I was doing this blanket.
Up or down?
Wait, down. I went down a couple needle sizes from what my other blanket had. Or maybe just a needle size. I don't remember. Anyway. So this one would be a little less thin. So it is a little bit less airy than in the other blankets.
Excuse me.
Then this one was one of Mom's Kool-Aid dyed ones. I think this is Rogue.
Yeah, I think so. We couldn't decide between Rogue and like.
It could have been Loki.
Well, we didn't know Loki then, so it wasn't.
But it could be Loki.
But Loki's darker. His green is darker.
Only in the movies.
I'll have to check out the comics.
You look at Loki in the comics, he's green and yellow.
I have to take a look at it. I might have to do one for Loki because I really like Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah, he does a good job.
Yeah.
And then this,
he gets that little mischievous grin, and of course.
And then there's his evil grin when he does that Loki grinning.
When he's just tricked Thor or something, and then I love the little noise he makes when Hulk just bam bam bam.
Okay, but you have to be like, that's what it feels like.
But that was the other one though.
Yes.
I didn't like that as much as when he got bam bam bam. Now I did like Thor saying, I always liked Banner you better than Hulk. Oh no, I always liked Hulk better than Banner.
This one was Dad's socks.
That was Dragonfly, wasn't it?
It was Dragonfly, and it's called actually like Firework or something like that, and it totally doesn't make me think of fireworks.
Well, they might have been thinking about like at the end of it or something.
Yeah.
It had, I think what it was going for, and it does have, is the pops of color, but you can't see it very well.
No, it's a very pretty colorway.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Let me bring out the skein because you can bring.
Yeah, you can see it better in the skein.
It's a really pretty colorway, but it's not what I would have thought of with fireworks.
Well, I think she probably got a reference photo that had a fireworks that had the blues in it and stuff. It's not the ones with the yellows and the reds that you really think of with fireworks.
Yeah. So it's quite gorgeous.
It's beautiful.
It's just not what I would think of for that colorway.
And Daddy's more likely to wear that than he is to wear something with reds and yellows.
Right. So. And so that's that part of it. Like, this has been my TV, with family knitting, where, I don't really have to pay attention. It's before work, that kind of thing.
Okay, in my Silver Shed USA 2017 Tortoise versus Hare bag, and I think this is a large, is my bobbing along baby blanket. And I've come to the conclusion that although crochet is my first love, when I'm doing something like this, I can only do a little at a time because it really hurts my hands. And I really want to finish this, but I'm doing it a little at a time. And I've hit the blue.
Oh, yay.
So it looks like black, but it's navy blue. And I've made a lot of progress. This is actually the front here, like this. So the stitch marker here is from, I think this is from Laura Concert. And it's a little piece of pie and a plate with a fork. And Davina gave me the yarn.
And you really wanted it to be a blanket.
Yeah. And you can't see the colors because I had to wind it up because it was starting to collapse on itself. But...
well, it means it'll be even more of a surprise when you get to the next color.
I can see that the next color will be a bright blue. But you have to look. And I have a ways to go. But this I have to work very sparingly, and it'll be done when it's done, and I probably will only do one of these every so often.
When will it be finished? When it's finished!
And that is a reference. I love this stitch. This comes from the Surabel scarf pattern, and if I could, I'd probably be doing a lot more of these. When I first started with her pattern...
oh my gosh, you made so many of those.
I did. I would get one off the needles hook and put another one on the hook.
I think we determined you were well in the double digits for that.
Yeah. I think I have like 18 or 20 or whatever. Because I have two on the hook right now. I have this one, and I have one that's a table runner.
I forgot about your table runner.
Yeah. I just wish I could work on it more because it's not a hard pattern. And I sit there and I'll make a cowl out of it, I made a shawl out of it for somebody. It's a really easily adaptable pattern. It's called the Surabel Scarf Pattern by Sarah Sweetheart, in case you're interested.
That's such a cute name.
Yeah. And it's really adaptable for, like, the PHN Autism Awareness.
And it's a free pattern.
It's a free pattern. So.
Okay.
I believe it's a free pattern.
I think it was, because I think you actually kind of brought it out of its... nowhere. It was like not really well known. I think you were one of the few people who did it initially.
And I did it, and I did it.
Okay, so stay. In my Silver Shade USA Rebel Scum bag is the not that bag. In my Silver Shade USA books bag, library books bag, is the Quicksilver Hat, and the pattern is Cove by Sarah Keller, and this is Lady Fern & Co. Creations Long Sport in the Quicksilver colorway. And this did get some work on it.
And the Long Sport does have good yardage.
It does. It does.
It's like
it's just definitely light.
Yeah, it's over 300 yards. I think there's enough in it for a shawlette or some socks, some shorty socks. I'm not sure how much yardage you need for socks.
I usually just need one skein of your normal sport for socks.
So it has plenty for a pair of socks. Because Ty's got a good size foot, as do I.
Yeah.
Made, so.
Because I wear a 9.5 to 10.
So
you know, that's a pretty... Now, granted, Mom and I both have... We have long feet, but we have slender feet. So it's... You know, if you have more of a proportionate foot, you might not be able to get...
A regular sock.
Yeah.
You probably could get a shorty sock out of it. Because when I was reading on the site, they were saying that this was put together for knitters who are doing now the one skein shawls and the socks and stuff like that. But they need a little more yardage in the sport weight. So that's what they did with this. It's a little lighter than the normal sport weight, though.
Yeah. So... Because you got to pay for it somehow.
And I think it kind of reminds me of the Miss Babs Yowza that it can go DK worsted. This is like a heavy fingering sock sport.
Yeah, so it's got a little bit of a fashionable pattern for Davina. A little bit of a lattice thing going on. So I can work on it while watching TV, but I don't do it if I'm with the family and watching TV. Because when I tend to watch things with people, I'm not just watching, I'm also watching the people that I'm watching it with. Particularly if I've seen it and they haven't. So
you were watching us with Justice League last night? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know why they panned it so much. It wasn't that bad. I mean, it wasn't great.
It wasn't great.
But it wasn't
I didn't
bad.
care for Barry.
I think Daddy liked him best.
I know he did. But I felt like he was very inaccurate to the comics. He's more like a Wally.
Yeah, yeah. I think I had the same effect that it had in reverse that I had with Panther. Because I had such low expectations for Justice League.
Right.
It was
more
surprised.
enjoyable than I thought. I really did not like Aquaman.
No, I don't like Aquaman. I don't like the take on the character.
No,
Aquaman.
and Aquaman's never been a favorite character of mine, but I felt like they did a poor job with him.
Well, he was always this straight and narrow cut, not Superman, but stiff.
Yeah, they made him, it almost felt like they were trying too hard to make him cool.
He didn't need to be.
And honestly, I like the way the New 52 in the comics handled the Aquaman entrance. It's like he comes in like, oh, I'm Aquaman, and in the background a shark eats the bad guy behind him, and he's just like, yeah, I'm Aquaman, here's my trident. Yeah. It was a really cool entrance.
Yeah, that's kind of a bloody entrance, but...
Well, it was not it was one of those creatures like that were in the movie.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't like a...
Person.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I did enjoy the movie, and I would watch it again if I work out or something like that. Maybe not sitting down and watching it, but doing a workout or something. But I was pleasantly surprised, and that's kind of a digression. Anyway.
Well, it was somehow connected to Quicksilver, right? Because Flash,
yes.
yeah.
That was it. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, my turn, right?
Yes.
Okay. This is, I don't think you've seen this one yet. This is They Say It's Your Birthday project from the Wee Cupcake pattern by, I'm not sure how you say this, Tega Hilliard Designs. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that.
Where is it? Oh, okay.
And this is in my Silver Shade USA bookworm bag. And this is a little sleeveless sweater. And this was done, I saw this when I went to Maryland Sheep and Wool or wherever it was. I saw Kim, KR Dyes, or Kim Dyes yarn. And so it really works up fairly fast. I just haven't had a chance to do any more on it. I've got the markings for where the little sleeves are. You can see. This is the front. The stitch marker is one of Cappy's mom's little turtles. The yarn is Kim Dyes. Let me see. I think it's Kim Dyes. It might...
Because she used to be called something else.
KR Dye Works.
Yeah.
Kim Dyes yarn. And this is the colorway Birthday Sprinkles. And it's a cream puff bulky. 100% superwash merino, 105 yards.
And seriously, what better thing for a baby thing than a birthday thing?
How cute is that colorway? I love it. Isn't that something? And she actually... I picked this yarn. This is what she did the sample in. I saw her there, saw the pattern, saw it didn't have sleeves, picked it up, and picked up the yarn she used. So, I think it's the same color.
I really think you'd like doing garments the way Kay does them, or likes doing them, which is pieces.
Yes, I think so. I don't like it for crocheting because my gauge is off.
Yeah.
But I think knitting might be a different thing.
Yeah, I think you would like it that way because you're worried about going in the round. That eliminates that for you.
Yeah. So this is a card. It's like a little open thing, and you put buttons or not. And I'm kind of excited. Look how small this is. I mean, this has got to go around a little. Here's the sleeves. It's got a little baby. I mean, look at that. It's just tiny. It's 0 to 3 months. And I'm using size US 11 Chow Goo circulars. It's not my red lace. I didn't have any red lace in this size. But
oh, remind me. I need to show you a picture of Susan's baby.
Susan?
The redhead who I went to the cardiovascular class with.
Oh, okay.
She had her baby on Friday.
Oh, great. Oh, right. The one I was worried about. Yeah. So it's in here, and I'm enjoying that pattern. So, and if I finish it during Autism Awareness, I think that'll fit.
I think so.
That'll be cool.
So, my turn. In my...
I think I missed some.
Right?
I have 2 here that I missed. Huh. Okay, well, I'll get to it.
In my... Do you need to go a couple
No.
time?
How many do you have left?
3.
I've got 2 left. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah. I just skipped a couple.
Okay. In my Silver Shred USA Nursing Caps on Pale Field bag is Pug Hug. And it's a Pug Love pattern by Michael Snow. Using Miss Babs Yows in the colorways Naked and Obsidian. Mad Tosh DK in the colorway Moorland. And Lady Fernico Creations in the colorway Not Quite a Pug.
Quite a pug.
So this actually got quite a bit of work.
Wow. Look at that. But you didn't work out on the conference, did you? Because you were
No, I just worked. I worked on this on the night that I was put on call.
Oh, okay.
And I got a lot.
I was so glad you got on call that particular night. I mean, it would have been nice if you got last night instead, but the night before was good because of all the flipping.
Yeah, and I was actually really tired that night.
Yeah.
So I'm actually just working on the tail and the head for the pug right now. The body itself is
really
done.
starting to look like a pug now.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. That's cute.
And as cute as this is, I am looking forward to going back to my geometric patterns.
Well, you like the other kind of knitting better.
Even though I'm very happy with the way it looks.
And Mrs. Helm did say that you were going to have some, when you open up, you might have a little bit of...
Yeah, because I was asking her, what am I doing wrong that I can kind of see my floats in the back? It's really bothering me. She's like, that's the nature of Intarsia.
And my friend, Lacey Helen, the lady I was telling you about who was visiting us the other day, she is like amazing. I mean, she's just, she just does things. It just...
Yeah. So, it's starting to look like Pugs's. So I'm very happy with that. So I'm looking forward to having this off the needles. And I've made more mistakes on this hat that I've had to go back and fix. Things like, oh, I did the wrong color. I could rip back, or I could flip my floats around and use that float as my stitch and make this a float now.
Yuck.
So, there's been a lot of creative knitting with this, but I think it's surviving.
It will survive?
Yes, and now I'm seeing, remember in Men in Black, the pug was the alien who was singing that?
That's right. Love Men in Black. Okay. In my Ploverbird Sheepy bag, I like this bag a lot. She made good bags. Alright, this is my...
What was that pug alien's name? Because he had a name.
I don't know.
Because he was an agent.
Yeah, he became an agent. This is my Happiness is a Rainbow Project. It's my own pattern. And I'm using US 7 Chalgu red lace circulars and a Lion Brand Mandala DK in the, I think it's in the gnome colorway. So this is, I haven't made a whole lot of progress because the rows are getting long, but it's, you can see it's really bunching up on the needles now. Because I believe, is this the one that's on a 60-inch cord? No, it's the other one. Okay, I think it's on a 47. But it's definitely, you can see how bunched up it is. It, you know.
As shawls do.
As they do. So this is fun. I'm really liking the way it turns out. And Davina, if she's not happy, you know, overly enthused, I'm keeping it. Because I didn't think so. But this would go really well with some of my black outfits and things like that. So, you know, bright pop of color in the spring. And this also, if I finish it, will definitely go for the autism awareness.
Yes.
So this is fun. This is very simple. And this one may go out either as a free or minimal cost pattern after I get a couple people to test it for me. You know, I'll ask a couple people. I think Vonnie had expressed an interest in it, so you know, it's very, very simple. And she'd probably finish it in like no time flat. And I might ask for a couple other people just to make sure that it makes sense.
Right.
It should. It's very easy. So, okay.
So, next is, this one's in my Silver Shred USA Rebel Scum bag. and it is Earl Grey hot. And it's the Diana's Hat pattern by Joanna Johnson. And because Star Trek has its whole line of Star Trek novels, it's a tea and tail reference 2 times over.
And it's also a
tea.
Movie. And it's also a movie.
Well, yeah, then it's a movie, but that doesn't count for tea and tails.
No.
So
it's a tea, and it's a...
And it's tails times 2.
Yep. But you can't do that.
Oh, no. But I just find it amusing.
Right. Well, you tied it in, like we said. If you can tie everything in, we'd like to see that.
Yes. So, apparently, Jean-Luc is drinking his tea with Anne of Green Gables. Diana,
yeah.
Well, she'll never drink all that wine again.
No.
With him there,
No.
He'll whip her into shape.
Yep.
People don't mess around on Jean-Luc's ship.
No.
It's not like
when they're Jean-Luc.
Yeah. It's not. What did you think? This is Kirk's ship or something?
Inefficient.
It was a different time.
Yes.
Kirk was a lot more of a explorer.
Well, Jean-Luc is
an explorer, but it's a very different kind of explorer.
I wasn't even talking about that. I don't think they have that in different. I think they have that in common. I think what's different is the discipline. They're disciplined, but there's a lot.
But it was a different time, for sure.
Well, no one would talk to Jean-Luc the way McCoy talks to Kirk. And even the ones that can get away with things like Riker and Beverly and Deanna.
Well, there's definitely a... I'm your captain. You're my subordinate.
Although there are 2 or 3 people who can talk to him, but they never do it in front of the others.
No.
Like McCoy used to do.
Well, McCoy forgot he was military half the time.
He wasn't military. He was, but he wasn't.
Yeah. Even Spock got himself court-martialed how many times? I think he got court-martialed more than anybody else.
But he got court-martialed because he was doing something to save the ship. He was like a certain person we both know who looks at it and says, okay, I know what's going to happen, but it has to be done, so I'm doing it. So, and then I'll just take the consequences.
Very different crew, and it's very interesting to look at them. But Jean-Luc's one is definitely the more military of the 2 crews.
Yes.
And that's including Spock, who I think is probably the most military one on. Although Scotty usually did a pretty good job.
Yeah. Unless he was trying to get somebody drunk.
Yeah. Scotty actually came out really well in a couple episodes.
Yeah,
there were times I was like, man, you are so lucky, Kirk. There are times I would choose Scotty over Kirk as captain.
Yes. He had a good head on his shoulders.
He had a really good head on his shoulders.
His baby.
Yes. So, this is Earl Grey Hot. And Miracle Jen yarns, BFL nylon sock, and the colorway Earl Grey.
It looks awfully big for. I guess it goes side.
Yeah. It's the same size as all the other ones.
Yeah, I haven't seen it at the very beginning in a long time.
And
what size needles are those? 7s?
No.
5s?
4s.
4s. Okay.
So there we go.
If you used a larger yarn like a DK, if you would just go down a needle or up a needle size, like maybe a size 6.
For this, I wouldn't want to go up because it's a lightweight hat, and you kind of want it to be lightweight. It's how it falls. And honestly, it doesn't work up that slow, and it's not hard on your hands.
I was just curious.
Yeah. This one I wouldn't want to mess with too much. I actually like it as a fingering weight hat. And this is kind of an unusual color choice for this. I just sort of looked through my yarns and thought that one was pretty. I was like, I haven't done anything in this color. This might be fun.
Yeah, I hope the pattern shows up in it.
It doesn't matter. I have variegated yarns with this pattern all the time. It's a very plain pattern. The pattern, honestly, is minimally important for...
Well, it looks pretty. I like that color. It's very pretty. Yeah. That would make a nice pair of socks, too.
And I think that's initially what I got it for, was to be a fingering pair of socks maybe for Dad. And then I was like, oh, it's fingering weight. I'm not really into fingering weight socks right now. And I was like, Diana's hat? That's like the fingering weight thing I'm making right now. Although I've had mumblings in my head, like, should I make a hitchhiker? I'm like, why am I even thinking about a hitchhiker?
I have hitchhiker that somebody made for me. I have no desire to make another one. All right. I think it was Brittany who made it. I love it. I love it. I have that. I have a Piper's that I think Valeria made for me. They're beautiful. I don't
wear much. It's a true scarf. Although I've been having the itching to make the hitchhiker, so we'll see what happens.
Well, here, look at this.
Hair.
I like, I'm glad this is coming up in the spring weather now, because now I can pull out those smaller scarves. You know, that you don't want something really heavy.
Yeah.
And so,
yeah, I had to see, we'll see, but I don't usually wear a smaller one. I usually wear shawls I can wrap as a scarf, because then I can wear them on my shoulders too.
well, I'm thinking more along the lines of, you know, if I just want a little something. Okay, this is in my bag. This is a Ploverbird pink and purple teacups bag, teacups and teapots bag. This is my Sherwood shawl from the TGV High Speed Knitting Pattern by Susan Ashcroft, and this is the one that's on my 60-inch, and it's starting to not quite bunch up yet, but it's getting there. I weighed it. This one I'm supposed to go to a certain portion of the skein and then start doing something else. So I'm not quite halfway there yet, so I'm about halfway to where I need to be before I can start the next section of the shawl. But I did work on this. I did like maybe 4 or 5 rows, I guess. And because it's getting longer, it takes a little bit longer, but this is really fun knitting. It's very simple. You do the increase, although I did mess up one of the increases. I did the increase that I do for my shawl, that I do my own. I'm like, should I tinker back? Nah. It's only one thing. It's not going to make that big a difference. So I went back to the pattern. I'm fine. I just love the way this works out. And this is from Laura Smoot, the colorway. She spun it for me, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And I want to go until the yarn runs out. Now, I know I have to have about 3 or 4 lengths of the width of the project to bind off. So maybe I should not go quite to the halfway mark when I start the next section, so I have that extra. Maybe? I don't know. But this is the top here, so, right? Yeah, this is the top. So, I really love that green in there. That purple is just pretty.
It is very pretty.
I'm not a really big purple fan, but I like it with green, like this. The green and the blue like this. It's very pretty. I've never been a big purple fan, but I like it with other things.
My turn. So, in my Silver Shade USA Autumnal Leaves bag is a new project.
New project.
Yep. This is called Golden Even Star. It's Even Star mittens.
Oh, I thought you were going to make the even stars. Like, oh my gosh.
Heck no. I don't do lace. Not because I can't. I just don't enjoy lace.
Right.
A whole lot of lace. It's not something I enjoy wearing. It's not something I enjoy knitting. I'm just not a lacy
Fancy,
girl.
Yeah.
I think it looks gorgeous. It's just I kind of don't see the point of it.
Well, it's for people who want a little bit of warmth, or for something that's fancy.
Usually, when I want something that I'm going to wear on my shoulders, I want it to be warm.
I like something like that occasionally for inside the chapel or the church, where I don't need something heavy. I need something just light.
Yeah.
But usually, I have my crochet shawls that's where I really miss my crocheting, because they're a little more lacy, but they're heavier. The lacy knit ones are a little too light for me.
So, let me show you the picture on the front. This is a paid for pattern. So,
that's really pretty.
And it has a design on the thumbs as well.
Now, you don't like to make mittens, so what are you going to do with those?
I have no idea. I just wanted to knit them.
We'll put them in the gift box.
Yeah. If I fall in love with them, because they're in colors I happen to have, so they're colors I like. If I fall in love with them, I'll wear them anyway. Or I'll, get rid of them or whatever. But I wanted to knit it because that's my next step forward. I've been knitting the colorwork hats. I need to move beyond that. I can't stagnate at the colorwork hats.
Well, it's not necessarily stagnating. You just want to go forward.
Yeah.
If you like doing it, it's not stagnating.
Yeah.
I kind of have a problem with people who think that just because someone is, and I know you're not judging, but if you're doing the same project over and over again, you're not growing, you're not stagnating. If that's where you're comfortable and that's what you like doing,
right, it's not that
then that's what you should be doing.
Because my ultimate goal is to do. I have a colorwork sweater that I really want to do, and I'm looking at the fingering colorwork stuff. I am looking at all colorwork stuff right now.
See, now Kay has got me interested in doing the sweaters piecemeal. I actually asked her a question. I don't think she saw it on the pop. That how do you do the sleeves for that? Do you seam them? What do you do? And that's kind of something that I'm like, oh, I'd like to do that.
So I finished this ribbing part here, and I'm in this section here.
That's really pretty. Is the color on the cuff the same as the design?
The color on the cuff is the same as the first design. So
What's the first design?
Okay, so you see this, so there's a cuff, and then there's the leaf,
Yes.
and then you go into the main part of the mitten.
Right, what I'm saying is that star, is it the same as the cuff?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, I know some people didn't do it that way. Some people have cuff, the color is the star, and they have that little section with the leaf, like a different color.
Right.
And then they have the main part with the even star self the same color as the cuff.
See, that reminds me of Frozen. I would love to see that in the blue and silver.
I think it'd be gorgeous in blue and silver. I didn't happen to have those
All I had
colors.
to do was ask. Not like you have a dyer or something in here.
Yeah. I wanted to start it then.
Yeah. What weight is it?
This is sport.
Okay.
And I'm using US ones.
Because Quicksilver and either Rhapsody or just one of my blues would go really well.
Yes, it would have.
Blue Moon or something.
So
Because actually the Blue Moon, because of the if you're going for a Frozen kind of thing, it actually does the variance of the sky. It's not going to be too busy.
So you can kind of see the leaves
Isn't that pretty?
starting to. You're actually looking at the back end. Here's the
It's still pretty.
front end.
Ketchup and mustard.
And it does. I was concerned at first it would be too big. I think it'll be perfect.
Does it have ribbing?
It does have ribbing.
Okay.
And then you have the color work. And the color work pulls it in. Yeah. Because I almost started with the 2, so I was like, that's going to be way too big. So I went to the 1s. And when I determined I think that the 1s will fit, I canceled my order for 0s. Because it says 0 to 2. And I could have swatched, but I didn't want to.
It's easier to buy the needles.
So I didn't. I figured I would do the first mitt. If it didn't fit, I would either finish the mittens and just give them away, or I would finish one mitten and then go for the next needle size and knit the other 2. So I had plans.
She had no plans.
So this will be a good challenge. I like the way colorwork mittens look.
Yeah, they're pretty.
They're very classy. Even if I don't wear them necessarily, even if I give them away or whatever, I really wanted to knit them because it has the really intricate colorwork on the thumb.
Oh, that's pretty, yeah.
They're just classy. And the even star was just a really pretty design. So I'm really excited with this. And you're right, it would have been really pretty in blue and white. I didn't even think about Frozen. I thought of the green and
For Arwen.
yeah, but yeah. And it's even star by Kulabara Designs. It's just really pretty. And it's Dragonfly Fibers Traveler in the colorway Rodeo, and it's an unknown yellow. This was from a kit for a sweater.
From Dragonfly? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's your kit, yeah.
Yeah.
I still have my kit for my shawl. That might go into something like that.
Yeah.
In fact, I think they would have been, the gray might have been a little too dark, but it would have been great for this.
Yeah. But at least these colors are different enough, because everything, other things in my stash is like, that's not going to pop enough. That's not, this will pop.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it looks like Hogwarts colors, but
I thought that was Gryffindor.
maybe it's Gryffindor. Yeah, Hogwarts is the name of school.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think it's Gryffindor's colors, though.
Yeah. So this looks like Harry Potter colors, but
Muggle here, but that's Gryffindor, I think. Right? Maureen, you're a Gryffindor. That's Gryffindor, right? I took the quiz even as a Muggle, and I came up Hufflepuff.
yeah, I know it's not Hufflepuff.
No, Hufflepuff is blue and gray or
Something like that.
something.
I think you're right. I think it's whatever you said.
Yeah. Okay. What's next? FOs.
I do have an FO.
Okay. I don't, so go ahead.
Okay, let me.
I have fuzzies.
You guys probably have guessed what the FO is, since
Oh, they've seen Instagram.
well, I didn't show it finished on Instagram.
Oh, no?
No, but
Isn't that pretty? Oh, I love that.
I finished
that. Turned out really pretty.
The Lady Cordelia, which is the Diana's Hat pattern by Joanna Johnson, and it's Mom's Rhapsody in Blue yarn. And there's pictures on my project page.
And there's no purple in it. It's a bright blue and a turquoise and a lighter blue. It just looks kind of purple.
And the colors show up better on my project page. Hang on. That shows up pretty well, actually.
Yeah, that's really. I like the way that worked out.
And this was my. Yes, it did. This was my knitting. Well, I was at my educational things at work. So I had a class about respiratory stuff that was almost a full day, and then I went to a neuroscience symposium, and that's where you would have seen pictures of this. Was at those two things. I took a picture of what I was in the class for and what I was knitting on. And I've had, just from those pictures, I had one lady who leads a gaggle of nursing students who was trying to get me to teach her to knit, and then someone at the neuroscience symposium that wants me to teach her to knit.
What do you use? A 16-inch circulars to work with this?
I'm not quite sure what size my circular is.
I think they usually use that because this doesn't look very hard. I think I can do this.
It's not a hard pattern. Now you do have to move to DPNs at the end.
Well, you'll have to show me how to do that, or I could do magic loop.
Yeah, or you can do magic loop.
I will, because I have that really pretty yarn fingering weight that Jenny gave me and that Maureen gave me. And I don't know what to do with it. I don't want to do socks. This might be the ticket for those two yarns.
And I'm waiting for Kay's Stitch in Time blanket to come out.
Yes.
Because I'm going to do, with all my leftover Diana's Hat yarns.
I'm not going to do it in fingering weight. I'm going to do it in...
Yeah, I need a fingering weight blanket at this point because I've got all these fingering weight yarns.
I've always liked the idea of the blocks, and I think if that one helps me to learn how to do the blocks without being so intimidating of the big ones, I might continue more, because I've got that one block that's just sitting there. I haven't finished it yet.
Yeah. Now, because I am going to eventually move to fingering weight color work, but that's plain, so still my yarns for my Diana's Hat aren't going to be used unless I do something like a Stitch in Time, because I don't particularly like fingering weight socks, and I don't like long fingering weight shawls.
No, I don't either.
So basically what I knit fingering weight is hats, namely the Diana's Hat. So
right, because I know that for fingering weight,
and it's my purse knitting,
I would use fingering weight mostly would be with crochet that has a bigger hook, where it has like open work, not the big exploded lace. I don't like that, but like my Infancia de Recuerdos and that kind of thing. Although I think I did that in worsted in Miss Babs. No, it was Knit Picks Tonal. It was a fingering weight. But I don't like to knit with fingering weight necessarily. It just takes too long and it hurts my hands after a while. Now,
and this one's mine.
Well, that's the one she went downstairs and I want that yarn.
And she was like, no.
No. Well, I didn't know what she wanted. Okay. I thought she wanted something else. All right, now I did frog the, well, I haven't done it yet, but it's going to be frogged. The oval loom hat that I was asking about because I'm going to have to restart it anyway. So I'll do that a little bit later. I have links. I want to thank the people who gave me the links. I think I thanked them last week anyway, Beth and Paula. So I thank them for that. Okay, now, okay.
My tea's all gone.
Oh, acquisitions.
Oh, I'm glad I said that then. Well, you saw my tea acquisition.
Right. And I had a tea acquisition as well when I went. Let me see if I can find it here. This is chocolate monkey tea.
You do like your chocolate teas.
I do. This is chocolate monkey tea. It's about 1.5 ounces. And I got this when I was there with Lacey One. It 1 tablespoon for 8 ounces, 206 degrees, 5 to 7 minutes steeping time.
Does that have like some mint or something in it?
I don't think so.
Okay, I'm smelling something.
Looks like it might have some kind of flower or berry or something in it, but so that's that. When my friend came over, she brought me a gift. And those of you who know me for any length of time who receive emails from me know that I have a tagline that I sign on almost everything. And she saw this. First of all, she got me some needles.
And she got me some stitch markers, but I forgot to bring them over.
And then she got me this. Can you read that?
With God, all things are possible.
Is that not me? Yes, it is. How do you answer that?
Yeah, is that not me?
No, it's not me. It is definitely me. So she said, I might have squealed. She said that was me when she saw it. So she got that for me. It was very generous of her. I thought it was very nice of her. So you may see that on future podcasts. That's that. Okay, and I showed you already the donation from Packing Knits, which is very generous. And then I won something. Do you have anything to show?
No,
Okay.
because the only thing I have is
Okay, we'll get to that in a little bit. I won something from Cappy. And this is the prize I won. It is Golden Rainbow Splendid... Oh, this has got to be Diana's hat, because I don't do much with the fingering. 80/20 Superwash BFL Bamboo. Ooh. 437 yards.
Well, maybe after I finish this one, remind me and I'll cast off one of yours.
Yeah, this is... Isn't that pretty? I don't usually wear rainbow.
You might have to put the fingering weights that you want me to use for your potential hats in like a certain area.
Right.
So that way if I finish a hat in the middle of the night, I can just go and raid your stash for the sock yarn that you said I can use.
Right. So this is, it was a prize. And the person who did this, Cappy's got it showing the information. I don't know who actually did this. Let me see. Yarny's, Texas. Linda at Yarny's, Texas. I don't know if that's her actual
shop
name or what. It is definitely very sunshiny Cappy. It's absolutely gorgeous. And she told me if I don't feel like I can use it, I can give it away as a prize. So that's always good to know as well. I love it. It's very pretty. Thank you, Cappy, for that. Oh, she also sent us one for me and one for Talia. Thank you so much for your generosity, Cappy. She sent us some stitch markers.
Thank you.
In these little tins. Oh, turtles! They're all different colors. I love them. There's an aqua.
And a green.
And a natural. Okay.
And a pink.
A pink and a green. Aren't they great? I love them. Thank you so much, Cappy. Thank you, Cappy, and thank you, Cappy's mom.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I didn't have any blue ones. Now I have a blue one. Because I had an aqua one. But this is perfect.
Very much nice.
Love it. This one's got a little... They got a little bead between their legs like they're carrying something.
Aww.
I love it. So nice. Very, very generous. Thank you, Cappy. Whoops. Make sure I can close it without... There we go.
And I like the little earth-like bead over the aqua one because it looks like it's carrying the world.
Oh, yeah.
And it makes me think of the legend about the
I've got a couple that
sea turtle that has the world.
I've got two like that. And then I've got this
well,
one.
the pink... I guess the pink one does have it kind of look like the world. It looks a little bit more like it in the aqua one.
Right. And then the white one has like a seed pearl.
Yes.
And the green one has this little
blue flowery
bead type thing. Really pretty.
Yeah.
So it's very nice, and I will definitely put these to good use.
Thank you muchly.
Thank you so much. Okay. So that's that. And then, whoops. Okay.
It's a bunny.
It is.
There's no T. Yes, he is. Don't
okay, now
little bunny
these
feeling.
Are from Maureen. She sent these to me. It was a complete surprise. She's always been very supportive of autism awareness. She sent us this card. I love her cards. She's very talented. This is this card. And the inside of it. And, okay, I don't want to read everything, but she sent us... She's making some new sets of puzzle pieces for her shop and had some extras. She thought we might want to use 6 of the 9 for Autism Awareness Cal, and Davina, Talia, and I could each have one ourselves. So we're going to give 6 as a prize. And then the other 3 go to us. So Davina wanted the gold, Talia wanted the red, and I'm taking the green. because there's no blue in here, so I'm taking green. Okay, that's what they look like. She makes these, and I saw the process that she used to make these. And actually, I might give these, maybe give 3 of them as a prize. You know?
So they have all the color.
3. This is Davina's. Okay. Well, maybe I'll send, we'll figure it out. This will either be 1 or 2 prizes. They look like this. That's the purple. And the color could change of what you get as we figure out what we want. Here's the gold. And she layers these things. I mean, to make them, it's amazing. I saw the process. It was amazing. That's the red. And then you saw the green already. And so thank you very much, Maureen.
So this one's a little bit lighter than my bunny one, so I'm thinking I'm going to put this one on my blankets so it doesn't pull on the stitches as much.
I just love this. It's absolutely amazing. I haven't decided if I want the green, the red, or the purple. I'll probably take the green. So that's that. Let me put these away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a very generous prize donation.
It is.
Somebody's going to get, okay, this is how we're going to do it. Somebody's going to get a set of 3 golds, and somebody can get 2 reds and a purple. You know?
Yeah.
That'll work.
Yeah, that doesn't pull quite as much. I think it just needed a slightly lighter stitch marker.
Yeah. Okay, so thank you very much, Maureen, for your generosity.
Thank you much.
And this goes for the autism awareness, so I can put that into the notes. Very, very generous. Okay, now, let me see here. We'll do this last. Hold on. I got a book that I ordered. It's called The First Society About the Sacrament of Matrimony and the Restoration of the Social Order by Scott Hahn. And it talks about the importance of the family in society. And I'm looking forward to reading this. Scott Hahn is a really big modern theologian. He works at
Franciscan
University at Steubenville.
We used to joke when I came into Franciscan, the skits they had for the orientation week was all part of it was a section on people Scott Hahn stalking because he's kind of a minor celebrity.
Yeah, he is.
And
he's a bigger celebrity.
And he teaches at the school, so and he lives in the area.
Right. I heard him speak once. He's a very personable guy. Okay, Ty and I might have ordered a bag. Maybe. From Crochet. It's
this one's yours.
Okay. Yeah, mine has the purple. This is as you can tell, Anne Brody, Silver Shed. And this is the medium, I think.
I think that's the one we got.
That's the one we got. And it's a Crocheting Hoovian Podiversity.
Look how cute.
Oh, the turtles, yes. Adorable. Turtles and sheeps and knitting and purple and high guys and crochet and hooks and fiber artist.
Very
cute.
Nice. Let's see which
very,
one's
very
bigger.
Nice.
Because that'll determine.
Knit. I think it is the medium.
Yeah, so let me transfer things over because this one can have my color work.
I think I'm going to move my sweater in here.
Yeah, Davina's
baby sweater.
Hat is going to go in here because she doesn't need quite as much room for her hats.
Yeah, because I think that this is a little bit bigger. No, it's about the same size. I'm going to put the baby thing in here. There we go. In my new bag. There. I was going to save it for Tortoise versus Hare. I decided I didn't want to wait that long. So that's that. And the next thing that before we close up here is she sent us a prize for you guys. Same size bag. Thank you so much, Anne.
Thank you.
Look at this. I love this fabric. And Did you develop this fabric? Because I know you do that. The inside's got those like, what are they called? They're called, they look like polka dots, but they're called something. I forget what they're called on dresses and stuff. It's very, very small polka dots.
It's called something else besides polka dots?
Yeah, I forget what it was called. It used to be a thing back in the 60s and 70s. So it's a really cute bag. Some of the sheep have a little darker face than others. And a little more furry. I just love it. Some have heart fur. Some have like little swirly furs. It's just really cute. It's really adorable. So this is a prize for you guys. She didn't specify, I don't think, which along this is going to, so it might go for autism awareness unless I can find something that says otherwise. Because she usually lets us determine.
Yeah.
And if you see this and you had a specific place in mind, just let me know. That's where we'll put it.
My even star mitts moved to this.
Okay, so that's that. All right. I think that's it.
Okay. Anything on obsessions or anything like that?
I finished up my stint as a prompt mistress over at the Percolator. So that is done. I didn't do any writing really. I've been wanting to write. I'm getting ready to pull my novel out again, and it's been resting for over 2 years, so maybe I should just go through.
That's called timeout, not resting.
Well, no,
unless you put him down for a nap for 2 years.
I worked on that with revisions and stuff for like 5 years. I'm so sick of seeing it. The thought of doing,
like I said, timeout.
It's. I think I can look at it again now because it's a long book, and my style has changed enough. I think I'm going to pull out a lot of the inner thinks and things like that.
Well, shared story helped a lot with the change in style, honestly.
So,
because you can watch in the progression of our shared story the way our styles of writing have changed.
And Ty and I write very similarly, but in fact, we had somebody thinking that I was posting twice.
Oh, that was hilarious. It was when I was early college.
Yeah, because I used to read her all my stuff.
And Mom was involved in this group for prompting for writing. No, a prompt.
500 word.
It was 500 word. You had a picture prompt, and people would write to it. And unbeknownst to her, I joined the group and didn't say what my name was. I went under a pseudonym. I wanted to see how long it would take her. First of all, I wanted to see her honest opinion of my writing because she wouldn't know it was me. And I wanted to see how long it would take her to realize it was me. There were times where she was reading me my own writing.
Yeah.
Which...
And then there was Harry who thought that I was writing twice. Yeah. I said, no, I don't... It'll crack me up.
It took a good while.
Well, I just didn't expect it. So when you don't expect something, you don't look for it.
No, but it was pretty awesome. It took a little while. It tickled me pink. I think I finally just broke down and told you.
Yeah, you might have done. There was no reason for me to figure it out.
No, there wasn't.
You never had any real... I mean, you were writing that story, but you never really showed any inclination to do anything else.
No, and honestly, I'm not a serious writer. I can write, but I don't... I do it when I feel like it.
Which hasn't been much lately.
Hey, I have the new stuff coming up and characters that have weird speech patterns.
And I'm not saying anything because I had mine for a long time because of all the stuff that was going on.
Yeah, well, that was during the... Thank heavens you had it when I was sick because I couldn't handle it at that point.
Yes. But that did impact me doing anything because we had to do this and we had to do that and all that. Okay, but that's neither here nor there. I'm still reading things and that kind of stuff, but it's nothing worth really mentioning. Do you have anything like that?
Not watching quite as much of Person of Interest. I've been doing a few more podcasts. I think I watched an episode of it yesterday. I don't know, by Saturday night. But Great Courses is now doing a partnership thing with Amazon Prime where you subscribe to them for a small fee. In comparison to what their classes cost, it's a small fee. And you have access to whatever classes they have available on Amazon. So if you don't want to necessarily go out and buy a particular class,
kind of like we do for the Craftsy thing, Craftsy Unlimited,
you can just watch however many of the videos as you want. And then if you decide you do want to buy the video later because you actually really enjoyed that class, then you can. Because I had this one for like French Revolution on the queue forever. I've had several on there forever. Currently, I'm listening to one on the detective suspense mystery genre.
That's fun.
And talking about the first detective novel.
That'll be
Detective
Edgar Allan
versus...
Poe, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they run through the big three detective. The one that Edgar Allan Poe did. Sherlock Holmes and Poirot.
Mm-hmm.
And they actually gave Miss Marple her own little, like, they touched off of her because they're like, she's the first big female one. She was the first one without a sidekick. Really, that was really big.
Now, did they mention Brother Catfile at all?
No.
Yeah.
But I'm not fully through.
I would like to do that one.
They said that she also was influential. Her character was influential. It's like, okay, so she was female. She worked alone. She didn't have a sidekick or anything. And also, she was one of the first ones that did not have any sort of specialty. Like, she wasn't a consulting detective.
Right.
She didn't have any special knowledge. She just knew the people in her town.
She paved the way for people like Murder,
Jessica,
She Wrote.
yeah. It's a very interesting
That sounds like an interesting class.
And you know, the difference between that and like the noir.
I love noir.
Although they were kind of more edgy.
Right.
A lot of
tend
times.
To be, yes, they tend to be.
Because it was the American reaction to what was considered the cozy mysteries, which is like Agatha Christie.
Right.
So
so
very interesting class so far.
We also picked up something that's called My Sisters for our, it's another subscription, but it's a very small fee, under $10.
Yeah.
It's for our continuing religious formation stuff, and so that's really nice. It has videos, it has prayers, it has all kinds of things like that, and it is actually the order that we're involved with, so that's kind of fun. So that's basically what we did with that. We're getting ready for Easter. We want to wish everyone who celebrates Easter a happy Holy Week. I think, is Passover finished?
I don't know. Although apparently I should, according to my patient, because she said I look Jewish.
I apologize if Passover's already finished or whatever, but we do want to wish you all happy Passover as well. I'm not as up to speed as I should be on that.
I don't know. Although Miss Noah,
Miss Noah and I my friend from Israel. I used to be on top of that because she and I would talk back and forth, but I don't have as much contact with her right now. So, if you are celebrating Passover, we wish you happy Passover as well.
Unfortunately, we just don't know as much.
We don't know exactly much when the dates are, but
it should be coming up pretty soon because
I think it should be now, because that's Holy Week culminates with the Passover meal,
right?
I mean, well, it starts with the Passover meal,
so it would be like Thursday-ish, maybe.
I don't know. I don't know exactly.
I'm sorry, guys.
I apologize for my lack of knowledge. I should know better. But we wish all that. We do want to thank. I'm sorry, my notes are being weird here.
Bad weird notes.
Come on. Seriously. There we go. Okay. We do have some YouTube comments to thank people for. Missy and Andy and Ellen's Crafts and Maggie Fish 79, Donna, Rena, and Stephanie. We want to thank you very much for taking the time to comment on YouTube. I think I hit everybody's responses.
Are you hitting people
I am.
again?
So we want to thank everybody who commented on YouTube and those who commented on the RAV group as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Usually I'm racing to the finish to answer one or the other, but I did manage to get those finished.
I didn't answer anybody, but this been
She's been flipping schedules this
I've
week.
had an incredible busy week this week. Although I know I'm not good on it even when I am not busy.
Are we on Monday this week?
Should be.
Okay, so we will see you Monday of Easter week. We wish you... Do you have anything to say?
No, especially since I work Easter nights.
Right.
Although I am off the Tuesday after Easter.
It'll probably be Monday or Tuesday, depending on what's going on. We want to wish you all a wonderful week full of knitting, crocheting, preparing for whatever it is that's going on for you this week, and every blessing and good thing. And we hope to see you back here for the Fun in the Woman Cave next week. This is the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 301, and that's a wrap.
Bye.